against a Zerg attack if he tries to move in with a bunch of Zerglings. They're going to try to snipe off some of these Mutalisks, and they're just going to fly right past. But I know they're there, so that's not going to intimidate me that much. I have 5 gates now. And these guys can just hang out here and be on the offensive at this point, which is exactly what they're going to do. And he's invested in these Mutalisks, and they're not doing anything right now, and they can't really do anything because, I mean, I'm running so many Stalkers, and the Stalkers not only counter the Mutalisks, not perfectly well, but a little bit, but they counter the Roaches more, so he's kind of in a bad spot. I can just make like Stalkers. He's picking off, quite a few probes at this point. I mean, he's got 2 kills, 1 kill, 1 kill, so 4 kills total, it would seem. And warping in some Stalkers for the defense. Now he's finally making some Zerglings to help defend. As long as I keep it a nice little ball here, these Zerglings won't do massive amounts of damage to me. Although, look at that. They're actually doing way more damage than I initially expected, which is my problem when I'm trying to focus down these Roaches here with this Immortal. And he's finally retreating these Stalkers here, and his force barely cleans up the Zerglings. And now finally starts working on these Mutalisks, not microing down the weakest Mutalisks first. Should have been done. And a ton of Zealots coming in to help counter these Zerglings over here. And quite a fine idea, because if you kill a Zerg player's major army, their natural reaction is to build lots and lots of Zerglings. So that's exactly what he did. He built 32 Zerglings. So Zealots were the perfect choice for this. And now I don't have to worry too much. If I had gone Stalkers, I probably would have lost this army if he had attacked. But now he's got a large army of Zerglings. Not too large. He's going to try to move around here, it would seem, to do a side attack, but I'm just going to move in and take out his third over here. I'm actually not super well defended. I've got a couple photon cannons here with pretty good placement to defend, you know, against 6-ish Mutalisks. Now he can see that I'm attacking his second, and these Zerglings don't do any of the damage they intended, because he knows he would lose a base race here, and he's got to come in and take these guys out, but I mean, there's no way he could take on this many Zerglings, even if he does kill, I mean, this many Zealots, even if he does kill all of the Stalkers in Zealot. Stalkers Immortal. The Zealots just do so much damage, although he's got Mutas on the way. He's got a lot of Mutas on the way. 12 Mutalisks, and they're just going to kill off all of those Zealots. But now, he doesn't have an expansion, so he has to go all in with these. So I'm dropping down couple more photon cannons, warping in some high Templar, and he's dropping his expansion, but he's in a tough spot now. These Mutalisks were just a little bit too late. The Zerglings, if they had attacked with the Zerglings, they would have done a lot more damage. But now he's got an army of pretty much only Mutalisks. He's building a hatchery and another hatchery at the same time in case this attack somehow miraculously works, and we'll see how it does. I've actually got to be very careful with these Stalkers because they don't blink. So the Mutalisks can do lots of damage. And look at that, they actually outrange the Archon. The Archon just totally useless right there. It takes tons of damage, massive waste of resources. But these photon cannons, look at them, they are so good. Now he's only down to 6-7 Mutalisks, and now they're just going to get sandwiched between these photon cannons and do very little damage. Although more damage than I originally expected. My probes have to run the most ridiculous distance ever to get over to my other probes over here to defend. That's absurd. But now I got no base. This is all I got. And a few probes. And he's got a lot of money and no drones. He's got a couple drones and a lot of Mutalisks. So definitely say I'm on the top side of things right now. I still have one incredibly saturated base at the moment, defended by a couple photon cannons, a main base defended by a bunch of photon cannons which are now doing nothing. And just to be safe, gonna go move over here and try to grab a third. Since I know he's down, well, he's not. I'm not aware. I'm not as aware as how down I think he is. What do I mean? I am not aware he has a third. And I am aware he has a second. Not a whole lot. Now he's back up to 12 mutas again. And he's only got a couple Zerglings here. He's just going to try to do some poking, grab some of the Zelnaga towers. This probe's going to try to move in to get a proxy pylon and get murdered on the way. And this third is going to be very important to me, because the second is oversaturated, I needed to relieve some of these probes of space so I can get my income back up again. My income's still higher than his at the time, though, because he does not have very many drones. And he's just droning. Look at that, 12 drones. That's going to put him at way more drones than I have. And I'm scouting him out with an observer now. See what he's got over here. And he should be attacking with these Mutalisks, because that's what they're good at. But if you play defensively with Mutalisks, you're not really taking full advantage of their capabilities. Although he does fear my army, and I think it's more of a psychological thing than it is an actual strategy. That he's very worried about being defensive at this point. And he could be doing a lot more damage with these mutas to kind of cover his expand, but that's not what he's doing. So warping in a couple more, or merging in a couple more Archons and a bunch of Zealots and Stalkers, and going to move out over here to try to take out this third that I'm not aware of. Not going to show him as my army here. I don't want him to see that I got an army hanging out right over here, so that's why I only move in a couple Zealots. This base is finally up and just dropping down a ton of cannons to help protect it from those Mutalisks and Zerglings, and doing a large wall off with a couple more gateways. So now I'm sitting on nearly 7 gateways. And I gotta go back to the main vision there. There we go. Oh, now I know he's got this third here, because I got an observer just stalking him. And I know he's just been droning, because look how many drones he has here. I can just see he's got tons and tons and tons of drones. So I am very comfortable attacking with this attack force here. 3 Archons, a couple Stalkers, and some Zealots. And no matter how many Mutalisks he has, unless he has 20 Mutalisks, which he actually has 18, way more than I thought he originally had. Here he goes. He's going to see if he can take out this force, which he actually probably could if he played his cards right. But look at these Archons. They're just not in good range here. Killing off lots of the Zealots. Picking up the Stalkers. He's not really focused firing as much as he could. But since he's trying to pick up the Stalkers, these Archons are allowed to just sit here and AoE down these Mutalisks here. And that is just a terrible spot for him, because now he's got almost no Mutalisks. And I grabbed a proxy pylon over here. And tons of Zealots. Still just tearing everything away. Those Mutalisks were trying so hard to pick off the ranged attackers that the Zealots were just allowed to do whatever they freaking wanted. So we just lost all of those drones he just spent all his energy on. And now he's going for a massive Hydralisk force, which is an excellent counter to my heavy gateway army. I really don't have anything to counter the Hydralisks, to be completely honest. Zealots don't even have charge. And he's only running off of 1 mining base at this point. And he's just got a very, very large force here. But, I mean, I'm pretty much bunkered in. My bases are well defended. He's got heavy Hydralisks and a Mutalisk. And I'm going to go try to run back to defend myself, but actually, I'm not going to. Archons here are just going to run past these guys. Because in a base race, I would do a lot more damage. Neither of these guys are attempting to stop and kill each other. He's going to try to run in and finish off my base before I get the chance to finish off his, but these Zerglings are not going to be a sufficient defense against an attack force like this, much less with these couple extra Archons helping. And I've got a proxy pylon right there. So these guys are just going to go try to tear up this remaining army. Here come the Archons. He's just now moving in on this base, killing off the photon cannon. And most of the workers, actually, unfortunately. But there we go. Taking out his natural again, leaving him with almost no income. And even with this large force of Hydralisks, it would actually be very difficult for me to deal with. But nothing you can really do about it. You can see I actually was trying to quick counter these Hydralisks. I did not see them coming, and so I was not prepared. I did not have Storm Up. I did not have Charge Up. So as soon as I saw them, those were the first 2 things I started working on, were Psionic Storm and Charge. But it didn't matter, because I just moved in on his main base and killed it off, killed all of his mining, and he really didn't have a chance after that. If he would have kept attacking, I would have been able to just keep making units over here to defend myself, and I would have held him off eventually. So there you go, guys. It didn't seem, watching back on it, like it was that super close of a game, but it definitely felt very intense when I was in the middle of experiencing it. Especially when he ran in with 20 Mutalisks, and I did not think he would have that many at that point. So, good game, JaTo. And I don't expect to see you beyond this point, as I probably won't make it beyond this point. But if I do, then I know who the other guy is, and he definitely rolled me. So, good game, and thanks for watching, guys.